Hey, 2020, let's go, man. Y'all see the waterfall, man? That's beautiful, ain't it? That's the joint, ain't it? So, all right, it's 2020, man. So the first video of the new year, man. We gonna start off good, but before we start off, let me start off on a serious note real quick. We know about the Iran situation, man. So anybody that's in the armed forces, anybody that know anybody in the armed forces, anybody that's related to anybody in the armed forces, man, we sending prayers up to y'all, man, and not just saying we sending prayers up, but really, like, we really acting on that, like we're really acting and really praying for those people, for a safe return, man, and trying to keep us safe, man, no matter what the situation is, man. We praying for it, man, even if we got our own opinions of the president that's in the White House or whatever the case may be. It's not my place to sit and talk about him, but at the end of the day, we all got our own opinions on that, and we all got our own opinions on the situation. So we're not gonna harp on that. We just gonna make sure that we send our prayers out to the troops and stuff that's over there, man, for a safe return back to your family, man. So we can really push this 2020 thing, man, and really push the rest of our lives being the best of our lives. All right, cool. So now that we address that, right? We're going to address the situation, or not the situation, the name of the video, man. So do your grind match your mind, right? So basically, do your grind match your mind is basically you speaking stuff into existence, right? But not just speaking it, but you acting on it, right? So just like you see how that waterfall is, right? It's free flowing. It's not forced. It's not forced. It's free flowing. It's its own will. It's flowing how it needs to flow, right? So, do your grind match your mind? So this goes to, I had a meeting with, one of the people that got close to me within these last few years, man, a retired pastor. I call him my uncle, and I call his wife my aunt. So, a retired pastor, Pastor Joe and Miss Pearl, right? So, we stay in touch, man, because we just talk about a lot of stuff, man, that can help people as a whole, right? So he got this saying that he say, and he says, speak what you seek until you see what you said. So basically, whatever you say that you want, or whatever you say that you can do, like, make sure you can do it. Like, you speaking that stuff into existence. See things that are not as if they are, right? That's a little scripture. I don't remember the verse, but see things that are not as if they are. So one of the things that we talk about is just manifesting the better life, manifesting the good stuff. But you gotta see it, and then you gotta feel it. As a man thinketh, so is he, right? And as he feels, as he thinketh and as he feels, so is he. So at the end of the day, man, like he went to church on New Year's Eve, and I said, man, Pastor, why didn't you go to church this year? We didn't have our game night at the church, but what we did have, and it wasn't New Year's, it was that first Friday of January, right? We had a vision board party, man. It was lit. It was so much good energy, positive energy, man. We was there setting up some stuff. We was having fun. We was just enjoying each other and enjoying that positive energy, right? So we did that. We had a vision board party, man. And then in the vision board party, conversations popped up and other things popped up, man. So Pastor Joe told me when he went to church that the message that his pastor gave was called opposition to opportunity, right? And I said, oh, Pastor Joe, I like that, man. I'm going to have to take that for one of my videos, man, because that's good. That sounds real good, man. So he's like, all right, man, you can have that, man. But, hey, man, but if you start getting money off of it, man, you got to make sure you give me a couple dollars. So, Pastor Joe, I got you, man. You already rich, man, but I got you anyway. So I like that, because most things in life, right, that we look at as an opposition. It's really an opportunity for us to step up, for us to believe in ourselves more, for us to believe in our faith more, and for us to trust the process more, and not rush the process. So sometimes, like, us as a people, we kind of with the process, we like live in a microwave time. It got to be right now. It got to be this quick. It got to do this. We forget that, like, anything good is worth waiting for, right? So with that, man, if we change our perception from thinking that stuff is an opposition or stuff is a problem, and we look at it as an opportunity for us to rise to the occasion and go ahead and do what we need to do, man, a lot of stuff would be better, right? So I think that You know, and then like I say, I'm from Baltimore. So for people that's watching this that's not from Baltimore, if you don't know, you know, we had one of the highest murder rates last year. In 2019, I think it was 300 and something, almost a murder a day, right? So when you look at that, man, like, and it's not to judge anybody or anything like that. When you look at that, man, I think that a lot of those murders, or some of those murders, were not from people that were actually bad people or stuff like that. Some of those were from people that just was at the wrong place at the wrong time and stuff like that, right? And I think that some of us inner city people, we put our loyalty on certain stuff, right? So we put our loyalty on being faithful or loyal friends or loyal family, whatever the case may be, right? But then we forget certain things. We forget that, okay, look, I can still love you and still not be involved in the stuff that, you know, you're doing if I know that that lifestyle or that situation is not matching up to my lifestyle or my situation. Like I don't need to put myself in these situations whereas though it's a possibility of something happening, whereas though if I stay in my own lane, if that makes sense, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say I'm not judging nobody, I'm just speaking on stuff that I saw. So like that's one of the things that I think had the murder rate up. And then like some of this stuff, man, like just maybe it could be just envious stuff or jealousy stuff like that. You know, like sometimes, you know, stuff happen when you think somebody living a better life than you, or you think that that person's life better than yours, or whatever the case may be, right? And you like, well, man, look, I want that life. So you're envious of that life and you try to take that person's life, and that's not cool neither, right? So I think that this year for 2020, man, we really just need to focus on being the best version of us as we can, and taking ourselves out of situations where we don't belong, or taking ourselves away from situations or people where we don't belong. And this could be a relationship, a job, a particular environment. Like, man, whatever is not adding to us, we need to subtract ourselves away from it, man, so that we don't get caught up in some stuff that we don't really have no business being caught up in, right? So another thing, man, I just want to talk about, man, is just that, you know, hopefully this year, you know, like I say, what do your grind match your mind? Another thing is, like, if just say, make sure your work ethic is matching the lifestyle that you want. Like, you can't want a lifestyle of all this luxurious stuff, but you're doing the same stuff that kind of had you stagnated in the past or whatever, right? So what I mean by that, like, you want the nice cars, you want the nice houses, you want the nice clothes and stuff like that, but, you know, you're not really willing to do the work, the extra work that causes you to get these things, right? You still want to be the same, you know, in the same cycle and stuff that you were in last year, but you want the new, the extra stuff. You know, like, man, that, like, do you expect? Nah, I ain't even gonna say that, because that's another video. So I ain't even gonna get into that. I'm about to go into another video, but y'all gonna see that later. But just know that, man, if your grind matches your mind, man, you're going to get the results that you really want, that you see. So hopefully, man, this video will help people, man. Just know that, you know, like, from whatever opposition in your life, like, whatever opposition in your life, don't look at it as an opposition. Look at it as an opportunity for you to step up and grow and be the person who you really want to be. So whatever vision you got in your mind that you want to achieve, make sure you can do it. You know, make sure your work ethic is meeting that. Make sure you're really trying to do it. You're not just talking just to be talking, but you're acting, you're talking and you're acting to get to that goal, right? To get to that next level. So 2020 is all about, man, accountability, right? 2020 all about seeing the clear vision, 2020 vision and all that stuff. So last year, like I say, I see a lot of stuff on social media and stuff like that. So last year I noticed that one of the biggest words that was used last year was toxic. Toxic people, toxic situations, or toxic whatever, right? And a lot of people that were either directly involved in these toxic situations, or some of these people that you would deem as toxic people, a lot of these people were the ones saying all this stuff. Oh, 2020, I'm cutting out toxic stuff, I'm cutting out toxic people. But in actuality, you are like the toxic person. So it's like, for real, instead of you saying toxic, take accountability for that, because once you take accountability for your part of whatever toxic behavior it is, then you can change it, right? So like, don't just speak on stuff because everybody else speaking on it, and then you want to be you saying everything that everybody else saying because it sounds good or look good. Really let your life reflect that, right? So don't try to manipulate people by saying one thing but being a whole different person, or saying one thing and acting a whole different way when nobody sees you, right? Be that same person all the way around. Be your genuine self, man. Be your authentic self. So for 2020, man, we all about clear vision, man. 2020 vision, man. Seeing stuff clear, saying what we want, going to get what we want, man. Speaking stuff into existence, man. Really speaking it and acting on it, making sure we acquire that thing or those things, man. So 2020 is about holding ourselves accountable, and if we don't like certain things, change ourselves first before we try to change everything else or everybody else, and change the situations or whatever the case may be. So I hope you like this video. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channel, comment. I comment back. So be prepared, not scared, man. Nick Chavez, man. So focus on the mission, not the money. Focus on the mission, not the money. New self, new wealth. 2020 vision, man. We seeing stuff clear. We saying what we want. We going to get what we want, man. We going to make sure that we make this year better than any other year we ever been. Starting now, the rest of our life is going to be the best of our life, man. And if you believe that, man, just like it. Like this video. If you believe the rest of your life is going to be the best of your life, man, like it and really act like that, man. Really act like that. Even if you got to act like it until that stuff manifests in your life. Act like it's the rest of your life gonna be the best of your life until it just becomes the best of your life, right? So until next Tuesday, y'all be blessed, man. Peace.